So here we are with the chairs. Here we are with the chairs from the kitchen, and I've painted them twice and sanded them, so I think I'm going to keep them white. They look pretty good. Yeah. And now we're going to cover them. So what I did is I cut a piece of cardboard to the shape of the chair and angled the fronts a little bit. That way the fabric can tuck in a little bit better when it's together. And to use cushion for the chair, I'm going to use a little makeup pad. So let me get a little glue here. Just put a little bit of glue on chair cushion. Get it all the way on the edges there so it sticks nicely. Turn that over, press it in well. We'll go ahead and let's put the top back on the glue and cut the cushion or the makeup pad to the cardboard, because normally when you upholster a chair, this would be wood. Look, I can't talk and cut at the same time. It would be a piece of wood and then your cushion foam. So there we have that. Then I have this old toile fabric that I've had for a couple of decades, honestly. And I love the blue and the yellow. So I cut a little square and I used my pinking shears. And that way it keeps the edges from fraying, you know. For those of you who sew, that makes total sense. Take that fabric, and I want more of the, oopsies, the blue to show than the yellow, I think. So we'll turn that over, and we'll put this about, oops, sticking to my hands, right there. Now, I'm going to put a little glue on the edge. Now, this is the bit of the tricky part here, because I want the fabric to be too bunched up, because on miniatures, fabric doesn't behave as it does in real life. It's much more stiff and less flowy, and that therefore it's much more uncontrollable like you do it in miniatures. Okay, so I have one side done. I think I'll tuck the front next and get that little edge we cut off there, and we'll tuck that. So let me get some glue on that. I'm going to have to trim the fabric a little bit because it's a little thick. Oopsies. Come on, Margot, in this area. There we go. Almost cut my finger. Don't tell anybody. And then we'll put glue on this edge. Put the glue here. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Ooh, lots of glue on that. Get like a piece of cardboard to scrape some of that off, or to get it on there. I'm going to have to clamp it down anyway. I just use, you know, office bulldog clips to do that. Spread out some of that glue. I'll cut another little corner there. Okay. This here, it's not sticking very well just yet, but it will. So get it to where it needs to be. Oops, there's a lot of cutting required on these little tiny pieces. Probably get it done. Okay, well, let's just put glue all over here, because we're going to glue this complete side down, like so. Okay, kind of like an envelope. But then I need to tuck that section a bit. It's probably hard to see all the detail, but once it's done, and this will be on the bottom of the chair, but I wanted to get these corners to look as tucked and as authentic as they can. For upholstery, that is. Go ahead and cut. Here's my pinking shears. Cut this a little bit. There we go. Okay. Corner, that. So do I like the way it looks from the front? Not just yet. Okay, now let's check the front. It looks pretty good. All right, maybe a little more glue in there. Because like I said, I'm just gonna tuck, tuck, tuck all of this in here to make it look, whoopsie, Okay, we're making a mess because we're on live camera. Okay, a little glue. Take a little bulldog clip. Am I happy with it in the front? Not completely, because I want these corners to look. There we go. Tuck, tuck, tuck. There we go. That looks much better. Okay, tuck that a little bit more, and I'm going to put like a vice grip. We'll just put that there for now. Now onto the back. Go ahead and use the pinking shears on this. And I'm going to have to cut the edges a little bit because they get super thick. And that doesn't look good. Okay. More glue here. A lot of more glue. Tuck this over. And there we go. Press, press, press. Press, press, press. Because this is a little tiny chair, remember? And the less of the frayed edges we see, the better, because we want it to look really good. Okay, and then I'm going to hold that with a clip. Okay, so this is going to have to take some time to dry, especially considering the amount of glue I used. But this is what it looks like when it's done. Look at that. Isn't that just cute? So the back doesn't look so bad, right? All of the glue and the tucking worked. You could see the sharp edges here. And then that sits on the chair like that. And it will go on the cute dining table. I like it. Okay, let's work on the window treatment next for the kitchen. Okay, here we are back in the kitchen. And I wanted to show you what I want to do for the window. So I took most of the things out so that you could see what we're working with. The one thing I do need to do is add crown molding, which will go, and this is one of the cut pieces. I have to join it, but we'll do crown molding all the way around the top of the kitchen, like that. Let's take that out. Then for the window, I want to do like a beautiful Roman shade. So I've taken a piece of paper and I fold it in accordion style, and then I've measured here. So I'm going to have it fall about right there, just covering the edge of the window on the left, right, and the upper portion, like that. And so I folded the paper, so this is the gentle folds that I want once the fabric is up. Okay, so that's how we do that. Now let's take a look at the fabric. It'll be the same as I used for the chair. Okay, so here's the same 12 fabric that I used for the upholstering the chairs for the kitchen there. But this is more of the yellow that I'm going to use. So of course I cut it to size, use my pinking shears. So I did before. Now I'm going to take my template that I made for the window treatment. And I almost cut this to size because what I think I want to do with this, let me get another piece of wood here. Okay. I think I want to take and end up rolling it over this. So this will be the top finish. See, it's a nice rounded edge. And then I'll just adhere it to the wall. You won't see the mechanism, but it'll keep the fabric nice and taut and sturdy. Then I have to tuck the sides in or hem the sides in, but I don't think I'm going to actually hem. I'll probably just glue. And then it's a simple tuck of the fabric like that, and then it'll be a oopsies, beautiful window treatment. So let me go ahead and glue the sides, and then we'll see, and I'll glue in the pole, and we'll see how that's looking, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, for this section, we're going to switch to hot glue. Why? Because it just goes faster. I do like the quick grab of the Fabri-Tac glue that I've been using, but this might be a little better, especially for video purposes. Instant gratification. Look at that. Or maybe not. Let's see. Okay, let's not be shy with the glue. We've got plenty of glue sticks. Okay. It's important for me to always get the edges finished, because just because it's a dollhouse doesn't mean it can't be done with style and a level of perfection. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, now this looks pretty good, right? I think so. So this is the top of the window treatment. Oh, knock my chair over. I guess I should tack that down, right? Yeah, I will. Okay. All right. Shake that off. Now, because this will be seen from the outside of the house, just a bit, I need to put a bit of a hem in it. So probably only, although I'm hanging at about this much, will be shown. Maybe not even a half of an inch. Let's see. No, that's centimeters. Yeah, about half of an inch is good. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll hem it again with hot glue, and you won't see this edge when it's in the window. Not too much glue because it makes it the fabric lumpy. Okay, let's see. Looks good. Looks good. Okay. I think I'm going to cut off some of the edges because I don't, again, I want it to look nicely done. Like I'll clip off this edge, that edge, and then of course the piece of wood on that end once I'm done. We'll wait until it's all rolled up. Now comes the fun part. I have this piece as if this is the top, right? Like that. So it just gives me an idea of how short I need to make it. Otherwise it will dominate the window way too much. So if I were sewing it, I would tack it like that with stitching. But today we're not sewing, we're using glue. We'll put a little bloop right there. Over here, we'll put another little bloop. Good. One section done. Now let's see. Okay, good. We still have room. We'll do another roll. Let's see. Oh, that looks good. Is that even though? I'm not sure if that's even, because even though my eye right now thinks it's even, once you, there we go, put it in the house, it looks uneven, and that'll be all I can look at. Okay, that was a little bit too much glue. Let's get some of that out of there. There we go. Go get some of that glue out. Okay. And then this side, put a little bloop there. All over my fingers and my nail. Okay, chair, we're going to fix you in a second. Here. Now, that looks cute, I think. Let's see how we did for the size. I mean, come on. Almost perfect. Yes. For the overall length. I think that looks pretty good. Let's cut off this end piece here. This end piece of the dowel. We don't need that any longer. No. My trusty miter shears. And I don't know if I should cut that or try to tuck it. See, just that in there is bothering me just a little bit. But once it's up, it gives it the realistic billowing type of feeling that it's an actual window treatment. And I'm glad I did put a rod up there because it keeps it straight. Okay, we will clean this up and then install it in the kitchen. And I think what I'm going to do is just use a double-sided sticky tape and put it there instead of gluing it to the wall. The double-sided tape works really well. So I'll go ahead and do that and show you what it looks like. here we are. There is the window treatment. I think it came up pretty good. We still have more work to do again to put up the crown molding, of course. But I think it looks cute, and it's just long enough that when you look from the outside of the house, all you see is beautiful fabric. Let's pull back a little bit and see how it's shaping up. I mean, such a cute little kitchen, right? Oh, someone's having some fruit. There's a cake on the windowsill cooling off. And then here we have our beautiful new upholster chairs. And I think it's just absolutely adorable. I hope you do too. Success. Okay, until next time, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and share with a friend. I'm having a good time trying to figure out this whole YouTube fun. Thanks for watching. Bye.